Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is another 18 by 24 inch canvas. They might be getting kind of boring. I really like them a lot. And I've been craving some Oriental Blue. And just to freely add paint. I thought I cleaned the tip out of that. Really, there we go. That'll do it. Now I need to find my tweezers to get whatever that is out of there. Hopefully. I picked out a bunch of other colors I wanted to use. One of them is Cerulean Blue. And I have Cerulean C, which is an awesome Purely Pigments color. When it comes out. And instead of going on to a bunch of other colors right now, although there is the blue flame. I'm going to spread these out with this OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. I should have spread the Oriental Blue first, because all the other cerulean colors are going to swallow it whole. So maybe I'll just spread it out. Come back and add some colors on top of it later if I need to. Or if I feel I need to. I'm being called to some whispering wisteria. And this is a pretty thin coat. That's kind of unusual for me. But I like the mark making aspect. And I like trying new things. And I like the marks left behind from the initial application of the paint bottles. Being called to some purple. So after the Whispering Wisteria, what have I got here? This is the Perfect Indigo. Without chips, please. I'm going to use up all the paint I can off my spatula. Move this back in this direction. I think I'm going to use a different spatula just because no excess paint will make a difference. Might even become landscape-like. I like the idea of doing surreal landscapes with funky colors. And I like the darkness of the color. The purple stains the canvas nicely without leaving any texture behind. And I'm kind of hearing the call to Royal Sapphire. Oh, I didn't want to take too much of that away. I might want to put some more in there. And red violet, which I did not use, is an alternative. Water lily is also an alternative. Come on, I'm almost out of this. It's definitely time to make some more. Now I'm hearing the call to blue velvet, but I want to take off all the paint I can right now before it gets sticky and it gets wasted. Something's got to go in the bucket, so that's what's going in the bucket. What did I say? I said blue velvet. And there it is. No, that's not it. Where is it? This is indigo violet. And I've got midnight shadow. Which might be okay, but I know that blue velvet's here somewhere. How about a little deep amethyst? I found the blue velvet. Cool. Give it a little shake. And I've got more spatulas and I might be inclined to use them. I'm inclined to grab some of the Royal Sapphire. And maybe along with it some Fandango and some Cerulean Blue again. I want to put a spatula up in that sky, but I don't want it to be the one I've got. I want to get rid of that hard line. Now, I've got dazzling white and I might want to use it just because that sky reminds me of clouds. I've also got Plum Blossom, which I got out and tipped because it was running out. I like the idea of the variegated cloud shapes. I like the cloud shapes my spatula makes. And I like stealing paint. So that's pretty cool. Now it's time to go back to the Royal Sapphire I was thinking about. Which is not very open, but it's open as much as we need it to be, I guess. I'd like it to be a little more open, actually. I might have to clean that in a moment. Or it might make all the difference. I've got agave blue, contemplating that also. This is my Fandango. This one doesn't close up easily because I enlarged the top. This is my agave blue. I'm having fun making the different color stripes. And I don't mind leaving colors behind on my spatula as long as I'm confident in my ability to blend them with the colors they're going over. I'm feeling the call to purples again. Kind of feeling like going up from the bottom. Maybe I'll start with some deep amethyst. I'm going to quick like a bunny try and clean off my spatula. Alright, so here's my deep amethyst. And I'm going to go back again to more of the indigo violet, or perfect indigo. I'm sorry, I keep confusing those. I really wanted some Rhapsody Rose, but it doesn't look a lot like there's place for it right now. I am interested in using some of the deep frozen amethyst, not deep, frozen. And something else I had in mind a moment ago, oh dear. I'll just go for a little bit of the Midnight Shadow again. Well, it's time to get on with it. I am going to wipe off my spatula. I still want some of that Rhapsody Rose. I think that's what was bothering me. I know exactly what was bothering me. I kept thinking I wanted some periwinkle. That's Whispering Wisteria. That's periwinkle. I like the patterns that are left behind by the paint as I move the puddles across. I don't want to keep going too much further because I'll lose what I like. I like that Midnight Shadow at the bottom. I've got, okay, I was going to say I've got a whole bunch of paint. I'll go vertically for a minute just to be able to clean the paint off my spatula by putting enough paint on from the residual on the canvas. Hopefully I'll be able to go back again horizontally get back some of the things I liked about it. Got a few things in my paint, starting with this one. As much as I thought I was going to like that Rhapsody Rose, it doesn't look like it belongs there to me. And I want to put something else in. And that something else is calling me Cerulean Blue. I hope I'm right. Cerulean Blue. Still want some more Midnight Shadow. That's Royal Sapphire. I could use a little bit of that. Actually, very little, because it's not coming out as I recall. Midnight Shadow, there we go. At some point in time, I could entertain the idea of some texture. But that'd be, in this wet layer, that'd be definitely brain cramp. Oh, that's good. I like that. The texture would be better left for having a dry layer underneath it. I wonder what would happen if I put some white in there. Trying to get rid of a canvasy texture and potentially making a more interesting layered effect of colors. There, I kind of like that, all of that. And thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions, it will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.